Tonight on the Kyle Files. I'm investigating cannabis and whether it should be legalised.
You may come home and have a Budweiser and chill out. This is what I do to chill out.
It's 90 years since cannabis became illegal here, but opinion is still divided. Some think it's no worse than having a pint, but others see it as a gateway to more addictive drugs. But clinical trials in countries like America are suggesting cannabis could be beneficial for conditions like MS and epilepsy. So is it time to think again about changing the law? Cannabis is a naturally growing plant that's been around for thousands of years. It's most commonly known today as a psychoactive drug, causing those who smoke it to get high. But if you get caught, possession carries a maximum prison sentence of 5 years, whilst dealing in the stuff could see you banged up for 14. The start of this year saw recreational cannabis use legalized in California. And if we did the same, the boost to our economy from tax and money saved on policing and prosecuting could be in the region of £1.25 billion. So is the tide for legalization turning? Or does recreational cannabis use still pose too much of a danger to individuals and our society? But cannabis is not illegal everywhere. In the Netherlands, possession of cannabis was decriminalised in 1972, and coffee shops opened where people could meet up to smoke. And some people who think it should be legalised here have tried to do something similar in the UK. I'm off to one of these illegal secret locations in the northeast to meet Michael. He believes the stigma attached to cannabis users is unfair. He started a members-only club where, for an annual fee, like-minded smokers can meet up. The first thing that hits me, though, is the smell.
And this is Teesside Cannabis Club.
Guys. Hey. How do people join?
It's word of mouth and vouching system, so basically you can ask the member to bring you down and sign you up, and that's how we'll take on your member.
So a lot of people watching this will have a stereotypical, in your view, idea of cannabis, which it's illegal, and frankly, without insulting anybody sitting here, I'm just being honest, it's a bunch of hippies sat around a table, you know, getting high.
That's the stereotypical view. I would agree with that, but cannabis consumers come from all walks of life, just like people who drink alcohol come from all walks of life.
How much do you smoke?
Now approximately maybe 8 drinks a day, 10 drinks a day. Because this is what I use, this is my release. You may come home and have a Budweiser and chill out. This is what I do to chill out. This is my way of relaxing.
Some members say they use cannabis for its medicinal properties, treating things like epilepsy and anxiety. Michael doesn't allow anyone to sell drugs here, but they're still breaking the law by smoking it. So how does that sit with the local police?
Do they know you're here?
Well, we're the most blatant club in the UK. We've met with police in the past.
What do they say?
Obviously, cannabis is illegal and it is a Class B drug, but they understand I've got to weigh up the pros and cons. Say there was 100 people consuming cannabis personally in here. What is the harm? I'm not saying they've been supportive, they would have their information received and so on and so forth, but there's been no complaints made.
We asked the Home Office for their views, and they said they expect the police to enforce the law.
$1 million question. Why should cannabis, in your opinion, be legalised?
Because it's just a plant, it does no harm to anyone, and people should have that right and that freedom to consume or use cannabis in any which way they can.
Almost 5.3 million young people aged 16 to 24 admit to using cannabis regularly.